The favorite place that I served at was when we were in Hino Tepe. We went to the land bank area at an experimental farm, and when we were there, it was cool seeing how all the ideas and all the ways that they came up with just to get more crops to go and to feed their families was just really cool to see.
My favorite place to visit was the second farming community that we visited called Ochimogo. It was a well-established and older one than the experimental farm that we were at, and it was just so amazing to see how happy and alive the people there were, especially Marie Isabel, who was the leader of the community. She was probably the funniest woman I've ever met in my entire life, and she was just so happy, so excited to see us all. She gave us all big hugs, and it was really just good to see, even in a tough time like with the drought that they're in, just to be able to see how happy she was.
The favorite place I visited was the school in La Conquista because we got to meet with a grade 9 class, we got to plant trees with them to provide shade for the school, and we got to play soccer.
We got to play and interact with the kids, and we also got to help them dig holes to put trees in, and so I know that we'll be helping their school someday.
I remember just seeing the school that we went to and the state of the bathrooms there, because the girls' bathroom was like attached to the school and the whole floor was like soaked and everything. But if you saw the boys' bathroom, it was this outhouse like maybe 10 meters away from in the schoolyard. I didn't look in, but I'm pretty sure it couldn't have been that great. So I don't know, it's just something that we take so for granted here.
My trip to Nicaragua really opened my eyes to the poverty of the world. I just really saw that they really don't have much, and the one lady, how she only had the one egg for dinner or breakfast.
There's a whole nother world out there that we were never exposed to before, and that we can only see in pictures, and just like seeing a lot of the stuff that happens there really educated me.
Here we go home and we just take a simple shower, turn on the water, even to get a drink. There, they don't have that experience, they don't have that way of life. Them getting even a glass of water, they have to walk 2.5 kilometers to the nearest well and grab it, hopefully if the well isn't dried up. So it's just cool to see how all the differences we have between Nicaragua and Canada.
It made me really think about how much we have here and how much we take for granted, that for stuff that we have that they do not, like hot water or even running water that's good enough to drink.
I experienced God mostly when we went to church in Managua and when we were visiting the communities, just praying with them and hearing their testimony.
I did experience God at the church that we went to. Just seeing how passionate everybody there was, how happy everybody there was, everybody that was dancing or people had their hands up, and the way that the main singer worked the stage was very just interesting to see, and it was truly a good way to experience God and a good way to see God different from in Canada.
I really saw God in their worship, how enthusiastic they were about it.
People there have so little, but yet they're so wealthy when it comes to their spirituality. We can't measure how much someone has by their money. It's also about how much they love God and how much they give themselves to God.